There exists a place in the northern heart of Arizona where the earth opens like an ancient wound, exposing the bones of time itself, and every layer of stone feels like a chapter torn from the planet's oldest diary. This is no ordinary landscape. It is a cathedral sculpted by water, by wind, and by the unimaginable patience of the Colorado River that has carved through rock for millions upon millions of years. When you stand at the edge, you don't simply look down. You look back across eons, across the rise and fall of worlds, into the very soul of the earth. The cliffs blaze in shades of crimson and amber as the sun moves, turning the canyon into a living fire that breathes with every passing minute. The silence here is not absence but presence, so heavy, so eternal, that even your heartbeat feels like an intruder. The wind carrying grains of red dust seems to whisper names and songs long forgotten, songs of those who once called this sacred ground home: the Hopi, the Navajo, the Havasupai. Somewhere deep below, the Colorado shimmers like a molten thread of silver, still etching its way through time, still sculpting, still alive. You begin to feel something shift within you, as if your very sense of scale, of importance, is being rewritten by the canyon's unspoken truth. The air tastes of iron, sun, and age. It burns slightly in your lungs, yet leaves behind a purity you didn't know you craved. Every shadow stretches with purpose. Every rock face glows with the memory of fire, and every gust of wind feels like a reminder that you are temporary, but beauty is not. Standing there, surrounded by color, silence, and distance too vast for words, you begin to understand why time itself seems to stop trying here. canyon doesn't ask for attention. It commands reverence, humbling everything that dares to gaze into its depth. You realize that what lies before you is not scenery but revelation. Not something to photograph, but something to remember in the quietest corners of your being. Long after you leave, the echo of that vastness will follow you, not in sound, but in feeling, a gentle, eternal reminder that you once stood before forever. This is one canyon, endless echoes. Why the Grand Canyon will take your breath away. Overview. Stretching across the northern reaches of Arizona, the Grand Canyon unfolds like an endless scar of beauty carved into the Earth's surface. For more than 446 kilometers, its red and gold cliffs twist through the desert like a colossal serpent of stone, revealing the raw anatomy of time itself. Every ridge and plateau tells a different chapter of Earth's history, layered in colors that shift with every sunrise and sunset. Standing on its rim feels like standing on the edge of eternity, where wind, silence, and sunlight conspire to take your breath away. Few places on this planet make you realize how small you are, yet how deeply you belong to something vast and timeless. More than 1,800 meters deep, the canyon is a masterpiece carved by the relentless will of the Colorado River. Over millions of years, the river has sliced through ancient rock, sculpting temples, cathedrals, and amphitheaters of stone beyond imagination. Its turquoise waters shimmer under the sun, whispering stories of creation, erosion, and survival that only nature could write. From the roaring rapids at its base to the silent mesas above, the Grand Canyon is both violence and peace in perfect balance. Each layer of rock, some older than the dinosaurs, reveals the patient hand of time shaping the soul of the American Southwest. Covering nearly 4,900 square kilometers, the Grand Canyon is almost as large as the entire state of Delaware, yet infinitely more dramatic. Its immense size makes it less of a destination and more of a world unto itself, where every turn reveals a new horizon. From the North Rim's cooler forests to the sun-scorched desert below, the landscape shifts like a living canvas. Wildlife roams through its ridges. Mountain lions, condors, and bighorn sheep navigating a terrain older than civilization. To explore it is not just to travel across distance, but to journey through time itself, through the bones of the earth. Recognized as one of the 7 natural wonders of the world, the Grand Canyon earned its UNESCO World Heritage status in 1979, a well-deserved crown for its global majesty. It stands as a monument to both the power of nature and the spirit of preservation that defines America's love for the wild. Scientists study it to understand geology. Artists come to capture its colors, and poets try, often in vain, to describe its grandeur. Its recognition by UNESCO didn't make it sacred. It simply confirmed what the world already knew, that this place is beyond measure. The Grand Canyon is not just protected land, but a living, breathing masterpiece carved by patience and chaos alike. Every year, more than 6 million visitors from every corner of the planet stand at its rim and fall silent. They come for photographs, but leave with something that can't be captured, a humbling sense of awe that lingers long after they've gone home. From sunrise glow to starry nights, the canyon transforms by the hour, a theater of light where shadows perform ancient dances. Couples, families, explorers, and dreamers all find a different truth here, one that speaks to their own hearts. And as the last rays of sun fade over the crimson walls, everyone who has stood there knows one thing for sure: there's nothing else on Earth quite like the Grand Canyon. Culture and traditions. Long before tourists and cameras, the Grand Canyon was, and still is, a sacred homeland for the Hopi, Navajo, Havasupai, and Hualapai nations. Here, each tribe carries stories that stretch far beyond history books, stories written in sandstone and sky. Their connection to this land is emotional, spiritual, and eternal, where every color, every echo means something more. They call it the place where Earth meets spirit, a title that feels entirely fitting when you stand before its vastness. To understand the canyon, you must first understand its people. Among their most enduring legends is that of the trickster god, a playful yet powerful being who carved the canyon as both gift and warning. He used storms as his chisel and laughter as his fire, shaping the earth with divine irony. The legend teaches that beauty and chaos are born from the same hands, a balance humanity often forgets. When lightning strikes the canyon, some say it's the trickster's spark returning home. It's myth, yes, but one that feels undeniably real when thunder rolls. Each summer, the canyon bursts alive with the annual Pow Wow Festival, where color, music, and movement collide beneath the desert sky. The sound of drums reverberates off the cliffs like a second heartbeat. Dancers leap and spin, their regalia swirling like embers in twilight. Songs in native tongues carry across the plateaus, echoing stories older than time itself. It's a vibrant reminder that this land still breathes with culture and pride. In nearby villages, artisans craft sand paintings and pottery that capture the canyon's colors with breathtaking precision. Each grain of sand represents a prayer, each brushstroke a connection to the divine. patterns resemble the river's flow, the layers of time, and the spirit of wind. These artworks are living memories, not objects. They tell the canyon's story in form and color. And at night, near the Colorado's silver surface, ancient ceremonies continue, guided by moonlight and the heartbeat of the earth. Unique wildlife. From the first rays of sunrise painting the canyon walls to the last stars fading into the desert night, Grand Canyon National Park breathes with life, both fierce and fragile. High above the crimson cliffs, the golden eagle reigns supreme, its wings slicing the air like blades of sunlight. With a wingspan stretching over 7 feet, this bird of prey symbolizes freedom itself, soaring effortlessly over an empire of stone. It hunts with unmatched precision, diving faster than 150 miles per hour to strike its target in a breathtaking display of raw nature. Alongside it, the California condor, once nearly extinct, has returned from the edge of oblivion, its enormous wings casting shadows that seem to echo the ancient spirits of the canyon. Their survival is a triumph of conservation, a reminder that even the rarest of beings can reclaim the skies when humans choose to protect rather than destroy. Down below, across the dusty plateaus, the coyote and mountain lion prowl in silence, their eyes glinting with cunning and hunger. The coyote, adaptable and unyielding, is the desert's eternal trickster, its howl haunting the twilight like a song from another age. The mountain lion, elusive and regal, moves through the night unseen, a phantom of power and stealth that few will ever encounter but all will feel. Among the canyon's steep ledges, the bighorn sheep perform their daily miracles, leaping from rock to rock with effortless grace. They scale vertical walls that seem impossible, their hooves gripping stone like poetry in motion, proving that life here doesn't just adapt, it excels. In the warm desert air, the collared lizard flashes its vibrant colors, small yet fierce, embodying the canyon's wild energy in miniature form. It stands tall on sun-heated rocks, unafraid, a tiny gladiator guarding its ancient domain. And deep within the Colorado River, beneath rippling emerald water, the humpback chub continues its quiet survival story. This strange fish, once abundant but now rare, has evolved to navigate the canyon's powerful currents and shifting depths. Its presence speaks to endurance, the ability to persist even when the odds are stacked like canyon walls themselves. Every creature here, from eagle to lizard, carries the DNA of resilience, each a living chapter in the canyon's grand biography. Together, they remind us that the Grand Canyon is not just a landscape, but a living kingdom carved by time and guarded by life itself. Travel tip: bring binoculars to Desert View or Hopi Point at sunrise, the best spots to witness eagles and condors soaring against a sea of gold. For in this sacred place, the line between earth and sky blurs, and you realize you're not just looking at a canyon, you're looking at eternity. History and heritage. The story of the Grand Canyon begins not with explorers or scientists, but with the echoes of an ancient people who called these cliffs home. Over 12,000 years ago, the ancient Puebloans settled within its rugged depths, carving out a life between the sunburned rock walls and the river's eternal whisper. They left behind petroglyphs, pottery shards, and dwellings that still cling to the canyon's face, silent witnesses to a civilization that once thrived in balance with the land. Every stone, every shadow seems to carry their presence, like a voice frozen in time, reminding us that this was once more than a landscape. It was a sanctuary. Through their stories, the canyon became sacred, a bridge between the earth below and the heavens above. Then in 1540, the first Spaniard, Garcia Lopez de Cardenas, stood at the rim, his eyes widening at the sight of an abyss unlike anything in Europe. He and his men were searching for the legendary 7 cities of gold, but what they found was something far richer, an unfathomable work of nature's artistry. Unable to descend its walls, they could only gaze in awe, realizing they were staring into a wound carved by time itself. Their journals recorded astonishment, disbelief, and humility, for no human hand could have shaped such magnificence. The Grand Canyon was no mythic city of gold. It was the treasure itself. Centuries later, in 1869, Major John Wesley Powell embarked on a perilous expedition down the Colorado River. With only wooden boats and unyielding courage, he and his crew faced rapids, starvation, and the unknown in a land barely mapped. That journey changed the world's understanding of geology and resilience, proving that the canyon was more than an obstacle. It was a living classroom of Earth's history. Powell's notes and maps revealed the hidden language of rock layers, each stratum a verse in the planet's ancient song. His courage still echoes through the canyon walls, where explorers trace the same river he once dared to conquer. By 1919, America finally recognized what humanity had long felt. This was a wonder worth protecting forever. That year, Grand Canyon became the 15th national park of the United States, sealing its status as a monument to both nature and national pride. Visitors from around the globe began to arrive, drawn not just by beauty, but by something spiritual, an unspoken reminder of how small we are beside eternity. Trails were built, rangers were assigned, and the canyon's roar became a hymn for those seeking meaning beyond the modern world. Each sunrise painted the cliffs in gold. Each sunset wrapped them in silence, a rhythm older than civilization itself. And in 1979, UNESCO declared it a World Heritage Site, honoring not only its geological grandeur, but the cultural pulse that runs through every ravine. It became a global emblem of wonder and endurance, a reminder that even the planet itself tells stories, if we listen closely enough. Today, the Grand Canyon stands as both relic and revelation, a masterpiece shaped by time, honored by humankind, and eternal under the stars. Remarkable flora. In the heart of red stone and silence, the Grand Canyon hides a secret garden only the patient can see. More than 1,700 species of plants live here, weaving life through dust and shadow. They grow where no rain should fall, bloom where no soil should hold. It's a contradiction that feels almost divine, a cathedral built not by man, but by survival. Every leaf here whispers a prayer of endurance. There are legends among the Havasupai that one night a year, the canyon's yuccas release a soft light, guiding lost spirits back home. The Joshua tree, gnarled and majestic, seems to hold that myth within its arms. It stands motionless, yet full of motion, as wind moves through its spiked silhouette. Its roots dive deep into rock, drinking from hidden water veins older than memory. To stand near one is to feel the desert's heartbeat, slow, steady, immortal. Yucca plants bloom beneath it, pale as ghosts in the moonlight. Their scent is faint but hypnotic, a mix of sweetness and stone. At dusk, moths emerge, tracing invisible paths between blossoms, completing a cycle older than humankind. Their union ensures life continues, even when the world above sleeps. The canyon's altitude creates 5 different worlds stacked upon each other. At the lowest depths, desert cacti guard their moisture like treasure. Halfway up, junipers rise, and higher still, the air fills with the resin scent of pine. Each layer feels like a chapter of evolution written in color and air. Then, after rare spring rains, the miracle unfolds. Wildflowers burst open across the valley. Purple verbena, orange globe mallows, and yellow brittlebush spill down the slopes like rivers of color. For a few heartbeats, the canyon becomes a dream of life, fragile and infinite. Along the Colorado River, cottonwoods and tamarisks create a whispering border between earth and water. Their silver leaves shimmer like liquid sunlight, their roots drinking from the eternal flow. Even here, where rock dominates, green life persists, soft yet unyielding. And when the sun sets behind the rim, shadows grow long and ancient stories stir again. Because in this place of stone and silence, the Grand Canyon still remembers how to bloom. People and lifestyle. Deep within the heart of the Grand Canyon lies Supai Village, home to the Havasupai, people of the blue-green waters. Here, time flows as gently as the turquoise streams that wind through their sacred valley, untouched by the rush of the modern world. Nestled beneath towering red cliffs, this hidden paradise feels like a secret kept by the earth itself. The Havasupai have called this canyon home for over 800 years, guarding its beauty with quiet pride and ancient wisdom. Their lives are woven into the rhythm of waterfalls, wind, and the whisper of canyon walls at dusk. Because of the village's isolation, reaching Supai is an adventure in itself, one that feels like a journey back in time. There are no highways, no cars, only steep trails, winding paths, and the beat of hooves echoing through the rocks. Most visitors travel by mule, hiking 8 miles down the canyon or taking the rare helicopter ride that lands like a dream amid cliffs. Every arrival feels earned, every footprint a passage into another world. The remoteness preserves not only the land, but the spirit of community that defines it. Visitors and locals together form a small, close-knit circle that thrives on mutual respect and shared stories. Guides pass down their routes. Families share meals with travelers, and children grow up hearing legends of the canyon spirits. In a place where everyone depends on one another, friendship is not a choice, it's a way of survival. This connection gives Supai its warmth, even in the cool shadows of the cliffs. As night falls, the canyon becomes a cathedral of stars, and the old traditions come alive. Around the campfire, elders recount the myths of their ancestors, tales of creation, of spirits who painted the sky and shaped the rivers. The flames dance, the stories breathe, and the desert night listens in reverent silence. These moments blur the line between myth and memory, turning every listener into part of the legend. The fire may fade, but the stories linger in the heart like embers that never die. In Supai, life moves at the pace of nature, unhurried, deliberate, and deeply present. The people wake with the light, draw water from the creek, and live by the rhythm of the sun and river. Their connection to the Colorado River is not just physical but spiritual. It is their teacher, their mirror, their lifeblood. Every splash of turquoise water reminds them that harmony isn't something to find, but something to protect. Travel tip: if you visit, pack light but bring respect. Only 300 visitors are allowed daily, so every step you take should honor this sacred land. Because in Supai, you don't just see the canyon, you become part of its living story. Mysteries and legends. They say the Grand Canyon is where the sun god left his fingerprint, a vast, burning wound that never healed. At sunrise, the walls ignite as though the god's hand still hovers over them, setting stone ablaze with memory. The air tastes ancient, metallic, alive. And when the first light slips through the rim, it feels less like dawn and more like revelation. You don't just see the canyon, you feel it remembering itself. Hidden somewhere within those walls, and rumor insists, lies a secret that rewrites history. A century-old story claims explorers once found Egyptian relics sealed deep within forbidden caverns. Golden urns, mummies, hieroglyphs, echoes of the Nile somehow buried in Arizona dust. No proof ever surfaced, yet the story persists, retold by river guides who swear they've seen chiseled doors half swallowed by stone. Maybe myth and archaeology are just two sides of the same canyon wall, one carved by water, the other by imagination. When evening comes, the canyon sings. Not metaphorically, literally. A vibration rides the cooling air, rising from the depths like a prayer in a forgotten language. Wind funnels through chambers, and the stone answers back, turning echo into music. For a moment, you understand why ancient people believed the canyon was alive. Scientists, of course, chase answers, not spirits. But even they can't agree on when this all began. Was the canyon carved 6 million years ago? A blink in geological time? Or did the river start cutting 70 million years earlier, when dinosaurs still roamed these cliffs? Each hypothesis feels like an argument between time and eternity, and the canyon, smiling in silence, refuses to pick a side. And then there's the whisper no one wants to believe, the Valley of Souls. Some hikers say compasses spin there, GPS dies, and sound itself seems swallowed. They speak of footsteps that echo behind them when they're utterly alone. Rangers don't confirm, but they don't laugh in either. Because here, in the Grand Canyon's heart, science and spirit share the same silence, and it's beautiful, terrifying, and impossibly alive. Signature cuisine. The Grand Canyon isn't only a feast for your eyes, it's a banquet for your soul, where food tells stories older than the river that carved the stone. The most famous dish you'll find around the canyon is the Navajo taco, a golden piece of fry bread piled high with beans, spiced meat, lettuce, and cheese. The dough, fried to perfection, comes from a recipe born out of survival and turned into cultural pride. Each bite carries the memory of the Navajo people, resilience wrapped in flavor, hardship turned into heritage. It's not just food, it's a history lesson served on a plate. Then comes corn stew, a slow-simmered comfort dish from the Hopi traditions that thrive in this desert plateau. Made with hominy, beans, and sometimes lamb, it's hearty and deeply grounding, the kind of meal that connects you to the earth itself. The Hopi see corn as sacred, a symbol of life, growth, and gratitude, and you can taste that spirituality in every spoonful. When the desert night cools and the canyon walls turn crimson, this stew feels like warmth itself rising from the bowl. Out on the trails, explorers and rangers still rely on simple wilderness staples like jerky and river-grilled fish. Dried venison provides energy for long hikes through narrow ridges, while fish roasted over campfire coals by the Colorado River tastes smoky, clean, and primal. These meals echo the survival instincts that shaped life here for centuries: wild, unpolished, and utterly human. And then there's blue corn mush, perhaps the canyon's most meaningful dish. Made from ground blue corn, ash, and water, it's smooth, slightly nutty, and believed by many tribes to bring strength and good fortune. The blue hue symbolizes harmony and protection, a color that mirrors the twilight shadows crawling across canyon walls. Eating it feels ceremonial, like sharing in something sacred and ancient. Of course, no morning in the canyon is complete without campfire coffee. Strong, smoky, and best enjoyed as the first light spills over the rim. That first sip hits you like pure clarity, the kind only desert dawns can give. There's no fancy espresso machine here, just hot water, patience, and the sound of the wind waking the cliffs. Pro tip, bring your own tin mug and brew coffee at sunrise from Bright Angel Trail. You'll never forget that smell of roasted beans mixing with canyon air. Food at the Grand Canyon isn't about luxury, it's about connection. Every flavor carved by the same timeless forces that shape the land itself. Landmarks and wonders. Bright Angel Trail is more than a hiking path. It's a journey through time and endurance. Winding over 9 miles down to the Colorado River, the trail reveals layers of red, gold, and amber stone carved by millions of years. Hikers start under cool sunrise light and finish surrounded by the whisper of desert winds. Along the way, rest houses and ancient pictographs remind travelers of those who came long before them. Every step here feels like walking deeper into the heart of the earth itself. Skywalk is a miracle of modern engineering suspended over ancient majesty. Built by the Hualapai tribe, this glass bridge stretches 70 feet beyond the canyon rim, offering a view straight down 4,000 feet. Standing on it feels like floating above infinity, your reflection blending with the red abyss below. The curved design mirrors the natural arc of the canyon, creating a dialogue between tradition and technology. For the Hualapai, it's more than a tourist attraction. It's a bridge between their heritage and the world. Desert View Watchtower rises like a sentinel on the canyon's eastern edge. Designed in 1932 by architect Mary Coulter, it honors ancient Pueblo and craftsmanship through stone, pattern, and spirit. Its interior murals, painted by Hopi artist Fred Caboti, tell stories of creation and constellations. From the top, you see the Colorado River gleaming like liquid copper, cutting through time itself. As sunset near, the tower glows with golden fire, a reminder that art and nature share the same soul. Phantom Ranch hides at the very bottom of the canyon, a rustic oasis reachable only by foot, mule, or raft. Built in the 1920s, it remains the only lodging below the rim, a sanctuary for explorers seeking silence. Wood cabins and cottonwood trees stand beside the rushing Colorado, a contrast between comfort and wilderness. Here, evenings are quiet, stars bloom above, and conversations soften into the sound of flowing water. It's a rare place where time slows, and the canyon itself becomes your companion. Every layer of the Grand Canyon is a living page of Earth's autobiography, nearly 2 billion years old. The deeper you look, The older the rocks, revealing epochs of fire, ocean, and life itself. Geologists call it a window into deep time, but standing there, you feel something spiritual. Each stratum glows with its own hue: iron red, limestone white, and shale green, all telling stories written in stone. It's not just geology, it's poetry carved by the planet's patient hand. Pro tip: start your hike at dawn and stay for sunset. The canyon changes color with the light, turning every moment into pure cinematic wonder. Experiences and emotions. Watching the sunrise at Mather Point is witnessing creation itself, light spilling over the horizon like molten gold touching the bones of the earth. As the canyon awakens, its walls catch fire in crimson and amber hues, and shadows retreat into a silent symphony of color. The first rays hit the Colorado River far below, igniting it into a ribbon of liquid flame that twists through time. Every dawn here feels ancient, like the planet itself is remembering how to breathe. You don't just watch the sunrise, you feel it become you. Then, as the day grows, the helicopter rises, slicing through the thin desert air. Beneath you, the Grand Canyon unfolds like a living map, layer upon layer of stone carved by patience and eternity. The walls ripple like frozen waves, and your stomach drops as the chopper dips between cliffs thousands of feet deep. It's beautiful and terrifying all at once. The kind of view that reminds you how fragile we really are. Only the brave stay calm when the ground disappears beneath them. Floating down the Colorado River afterward feels like surrendering to time itself. The current carries you between towering cliffs that whisper stories older than language. Each bend reveals new secrets, from ancient petroglyphs to waterfalls that seem to appear out of nowhere. The water moves slow, steady, eternal, like the heartbeat of the earth that never stopped. It's not just a journey down a river, it's a meditation on everything that endures. When night falls, the canyon changes again, and the stars pour out like silver dust over the dark horizon. Camping beneath that infinite sky feels like living inside a dream painted by the universe. The Milky Way stretches from rim to rim, so vivid it feels close enough to touch. Fires crackle, coyotes sing in the distance, and time disappears in the starlit silence. It's the kind of night that makes you forget there's ever been a world beyond this one. And as dawn returns, you realize something profound. You haven't just seen the Grand Canyon. You've glimpsed Earth's memory written in stone. Every rock, every river bend, every gust of wind is history made visible. And for a moment, standing there, you understand. This isn't just nature. It's eternity looking back at you.